Hello everyone, this is Scott in a beautiful Georgia afternoon. The sun is shining, the dogwoods are out, the birds are chirping. What a great day. I think spring is finally here. This is great. I love it. Anyhow, a little update. We're still in the process of moving. We've done a lot more of the preliminary work on the property. We've been in contact with lawyers and surveyors and other people, and we finally got everything together, and it looks like we're going to close on the property hopefully this upcoming week. I'll keep you posted on that. And anyhow, once we get that done, once we get that under our belt, then we can move to the next step, which is putting a house on there where we can finally move out there. It'll probably take a couple more months. It's a slow process when you do a lot of the legwork on your own, but we're getting there. And you know, our goal is to get further out in the country, to get away from so many people. And also we want to reduce our debt. Once we do this, once we get out there, maybe a couple more years and we'll be completely out of debt, and then we can finally just pull the trigger and fully retire and enjoy life. Anyhow, I wanted to talk to you about something that happened to me this past week, and it's not the best subjects, but I want to bring it to your attention because it's something that you need to consider as part of your preps, as part of things that may happen to you. I know when we talk about preps, we spend a lot of time on guns and knives and bullets and all this other stuff, and we talk about first aid, and first aid's important, but when we talk about that, we talk about blowout kits and band-aids and things like that. Well, I had an experience about the middle of last week that I want to share with you. And what happened was, about 2 o'clock in the morning, I woke up and I had a sudden case of the runs. Call it what you may, diarrhea, green apple trots, the Aztec two-step, whatever you want to call it. But I had it, and I had it bad. And what made me think about that is, just by happenstance, before I went to bed, I stepped on the scale like I do sometimes just to check my weight. And I remembered how much I weighed, and then I went to bed. Well, after I woke up, like I said, about 2 a.m., it took me about 3 or 4 hours to get on the other side of this. And once I started feeling better, got cleaned up and whatever, I got on the scale again, and I lost 4 pounds. Now, someone might say, well, that's great, Scott, you lost 4 pounds. Well, yes and no, but that was mostly, if not all, water I lost. So someone says, well, it's 4 pounds of water. Well, yes, it is, but 4 pounds of water is approximately a half a gallon. A gallon of water weighs about 8.3 pounds. So if I lost 4 pounds, I lost about a half a gallon of water, and that moves you into the dehydrated stage, and that's important. And remember, I lost that in about 3 hours, maybe 4 tops, but I lost in 3 hours. I moved myself from being normally hydrated to a dehydrated state. Now, fortunately, I had some medications that I was able to take, and that was able to finally stop me up. But if I didn't have those, and I'll talk about that in a minute, if I didn't have those, then I probably would have continued this cycle until I got so dehydrated I would have been too weak to even help myself. So no, it's not a knife stab, it's not a gunshot wound. You didn't get it heroically, so to speak, or there's no war story to tell afterwards, but it will kill you just the same, and in some circumstances it may kill you faster. So my gist of this video is that when you're going through your preps, when you're going through your preparations, and you go through your first aid stuff, when you get done with the band-aids and the bandages and the blowout kits and the tourniquets and all that stuff, make sure you have anti-diarrheals which is anti-diarrhea. They're called anti-diarrheals in your kit. Be it a big bottle of Pepto-Bismol, a package of Imodium, Kaopectate, whatever it takes to stop you up, whatever your preference is, make sure you have plenty of it. Now, in my case, I was lucky. In between bouts, I went to the medicine cabinet and I found a bottle of Pepto-Bismol, but it had about 3/8 of an inch of Pepto-Bismol in the bottom. That wasn't a whole lot, and I don't really think that helped any. Well, I did a little more rooting around in the medicine cabinet and I found some Imodium. Well, guess what? There was only enough for one dose. So I ended up taking that as prescribed, and I was finally able to get on the other side of my problem. However, that was all I had. So basically I had just barely enough for one person. And one of the things that you have to consider is, in a SHTF Teowaki world without rules sort of thing, you all may get sick at the same time because you're all eating the same foods, you're all drinking the same water. So now your tribe, your community, your family may all be sick. And you all may be losing water at a rapid rate. And you all may be dehydrating and weakening and dying. So when you go through your preps, make sure you have whatever your preference is to use. Make sure you have a large bottle or a couple large bottles. We're going to get a large bottle of Pepto-Bismol, and then eventually add a couple more, and then we'll just rotate them out, always using the oldest first. I don't think Pepto-Bismol really goes bad, even though it has an expiration date on it. But you need to have something that'll help you for this situation, because this will kill you just as quick as a bullet sometimes. And it's a very important thing. And we didn't think about it, but when I really needed it, and I started looking for the stuff I had barely just enough. And if my family had gotten sick, there would not have been enough. And so, yes, today I can hop in the car, one of us can hop in the car, go buy some more. But when you're in a situation with the grid down or whatever, there may not be a store to go to. So watch your preps. Keep an eye on them, and think about this as you go through your stuff. It's important enough because it'll kill you, pretty quick. We don't think about it that much because, it is what it is. So anyhow, that's all I got. I'll try to keep you updated as we work on our move, and I'll try to post a little bit more. But like I said, right now we're really busy doing other things, getting ready for our big move. So everybody, take care out there. Stay safe. Stay secure. Bye.